What's up everyone, and welcome back to the Bold and the Beautiful 24 official channel. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button today. Let's get started. Bill's retaliation against Luna. Remy's Deke shows up. While Sheila Sharp fears a secret will be revealed, the Bold and the Beautiful indicates that Bill Spencer will seek retribution against Luna Nozawa. B&B fans are aware that Luna unexpectedly showed up at Remy Price's house, surprising both of them. Since Luna needs a location to hide out for a bit, she views it as a fortuitous accident. Remy doesn't want to get sucked into any more drama, though, as he's still processing the news that Luna is still alive. Because Luna is such a wrecking ball and might get Remy into further problems, she might not be let to stay. We should also note that Remy has a boyfriend named Deke, who might also be involved in Luna's expulsion from the flat. Given that little D Sharp, formerly known as Little Eric, is now an adult, Deke, an ambitious fashion designer with a connection to a prominent figure, may be Deacon Sharp's kid with Becky Moore. Bill, Katie Logan, Will Spencer, and Lee Finnegan will all be gathering around Luna as she faces the music, one way or another. Lee will completely lose it when she learns that Luna is exploiting plastered Will after the party. When Lee's ferocious side comes out, she will seize Luna by the throat and almost choke her own grandchild. Lee will probably stop at the last minute, of course, but she will still be furious and willing to pay Luna. Bill, Will, and Katie all want Luna to bear the repercussions as well. Bill is likely to give a statement in which he essentially states that his time for retribution has come. Bill had previously arranged for Luna to be pardoned, but with everything that has transpired, he will take great pride in wanting to send her back to prison. Despite his efforts to help Luna the last time, Bill may now intend to utilize his resources, contacts, and influence to keep her imprisoned indefinitely. We'll see if Luna is still able to stage a pregnancy, because she's the type of woman who always has a few tricks up her sleeve. If Luna just took the other tests too soon and received a positive result, a real one might even be feasible. Sheila will discover that all of the Will mayhem has been leaked, along with the news of Luna's survival. Sheila should be afraid that either Lee or Luna will reveal that she knows about the entire situation. If Deacon discovers what Sheila has been hiding from him, their marriage may fall apart. However, it appears that Luna and Lee might remain silent for the time being regarding Sheila's involvement in all of this. According to other B&B spoilers, Thomas Forrester will be quite critical of Brooke Logan for getting married to Ridge Forrester as soon as possible. Thomas won't even believe it, but Ridge will corroborate that he came up with the idea to be married in the office. After this unexpected wedding announcement, Ridge will have his hands full settling Thomas down. In addition, Taylor Hayes will confront Eric Forrester, essentially warning Ridge that he might live to regret his decision. Stay in to see if Brooke and Ridge can make it work this time around. According to the Bold and the Beautiful, Eric will continue to have hope for their long-term future. The Bold and the Beautiful has hinted that Bill Spencer's retaliation against Luna Nozawa will be a plotline that combines heartbreak, revenge, and startling new characters, such as Remy Price's boyfriend, Deke, because Bill Spencer had always been a man of steel, both in business and in personal matters, but when it came to protecting his family, especially his son Will Spencer, he had no boundaries. Who will show up at the exact wrong or right time to stir things up even more, because Luna, who was already a wanted person in the eyes of her loved ones before she staged her death, had become enmeshed in a vicious cycle of bad choices, deceit, and risky games that would come crashing down on her head the moment Will realized who had actually entered his bed that fateful night when she posed as Electra Forrester behind the mask, taking advantage of his drunkenness and robbing him of his trust, his innocence, and his ability to look at her with anything but disgust and rage. Even though Lee Finnegan had once risked everything to covertly protect Luna after the alleged death cover-up, she completely lost control of her carefully guarded composure, seized her niece by the throat, and nearly choked her to death in a moment that showed just how far the once stoic doctor would go when pushed to the limit. Will's destruction was only the beginning, though, as his fiercely protective mother, Katie Logan, exploded when she learned what Luna had done, unleashing all the rage of a Logan matriarch scorned, who believed that Luna was not only a threat to his son, but also a stain on his family's legacy that needed to be permanently erased. As Sheila Sharp anxiously feared that her knowledge of Luna's survival and her silent complicity might come to light, Bill was already secretly planning a retaliation so severe that Luna would not be free for years to come. The irony, of course, is that Bill had once arranged for Luna to receive a pardon, bending the system in her favor because he believed that protecting Lee's family was the right thing to do, but now he regretted every moment of that decision and vowed to use his connections, money, and influence to make sure that the same justice system he had once manipulated would crush Luna this time. However, before his plans were fully realized, Luna had fled Lee's apartment and ended up at Remy Price's doorstep, frantic, desperate, and shaking as she begged for safety. However, Remy, who was still in shock at seeing her alive after everyone believed she was dead, wasn't willing to risk his own future for a woman who brought only chaos. His hesitancy was further complicated when his boyfriend, Deke, showed up. Deke is a young, ambitious fashion designer with charisma, a keen sense of style, and a hidden pedigree, and there are already rumors that Deke may be Little D Sharp, the son of Deacon Sharp and Becky Moore. All grown up, which would tie him directly to both the Forrester and Sharp families in ways that could set the stage for generational rivalries and romantic entanglements that fans will love. After all, if Deke is Deacon's son, then he is Sheila's stepson through marriage, and the idea of Sheila learning that her own stepson is romantically involved with Remy while harboring Luna, the very woman who could reveal Sheila's secrets, is just the kind of messy crossover drama that characterizes B&B. But back to Luna, who, despite Remy telling her to leave, refuses to go quietly and instead starts planning her next desperate move, faking a pregnancy. While Brooke Logan and Ridge Forrester deal with their own marital drama, with Thomas Forrester furiously berating Ridge for marrying Brooke right after leaving Taylor Hayes, she wonders if getting pregnant by Remy or even attempting to involve Deke could give her the leverage she needs to stay relevant and out of jail. Of course, Bill won't allow that to happen, and Katie, standing firmly at his side, insists that Luna has already crossed too many lines to deserve another chance. Accusing Brooke of manipulation and pleading with his father to expose the alleged deceit, Bill is preparing statements, calls, and legal maneuvers that will portray Luna as irredeemable both publicly and privately, guaranteeing that she receives the harshest punishment possible. Meanwhile, Lee, who has already displayed her violent side, is not only furious with Luna but also ashamed that she wasted her career, her medical ethics, and her freedom to save someone who turned out to be rotten to the core, and she is more than willing to support Bill's campaign to destroy Luna entirely. Sheila is still perspiring in the background, knowing that if Luna or Lee choose to bring up her role in the cover-up, her delicate marriage to Deacon could end in an instant, but Sheila might also attempt to use the situation to her advantage by pressuring Luna to keep quiet or urging her to approach Remy and Deke in an attempt to keep her out of Bill's direct grasp. However, Deke's presence makes matters more complicated because, as a budding designer, he might become involved with Forrester Creations, which means that Luna's drama could also affect her career, bringing Steffi, Hope, Carter, and even Eric into the center of her scandal once more. Speaking of Carter, his own plot is doomed. Ridge's jealousy will flare up again as Taylor begins to move on, possibly with Deacon himself, causing tension with Brooke and threatening their tenuous reunion. This is because he will soon realize that Hope Logan's unresolved feelings for Liam Spencer mean that his engagement is doomed, and as he considers letting Hope go to pursue Liam, his heartbreak mirrors Will's devastation over Luna, reinforcing the theme that deception, betrayal, and misplaced trust leave scars that span generations. The main truth is that Bill will not stop until Luna is destroyed. Remy will not risk his future for her. Deke's mysterious arrival further ties the Sharp legacy into the Forrester-Spencer wars, and despite her survival instincts and cunning, Luna may finally find herself cornered in a way she cannot escape. This is because, as Bill sharpens his sword against Luna, the rest of the Forrester and Logan families are circling each other with old grudges and rekindled passions, creating the ideal storm of personal vendettas, romantic betrayals, and shocking revelations. This plotline is one of the most explosive arcs The Bold and the Beautiful has ever hinted at, because it involves more than just a woman's desperate attempt to survive. It also involves family legacies, hidden connections, rekindled jealousies, and a patriarch's unwavering wrath. All of these elements come together in a single scene where Bill's retaliation against Luna and Deke's unexpected arrival at Remy's could permanently alter the landscape of Los Angeles.